Hello everyone, how are you? I hope everyone is okay. I hope you all are doing well. I have Mr. Majid with me here. We're going to talk again about something that we talked about the other day. Yes, Mr. Majid, can you say something to our
Yeah,
friends
we're just waiting for them to join us.
Mm-hmm.
Today, we got two viewers here. All right. Today, as Mr. Ahmed told you here, we're just going to continue what we've been talking about last time, and we've been talking about the present perfect simple.
Yes.
I think we're just going to explain it again, or maybe just making it a little bit easier for you. And if you have any questions, if you have any comments, we really will be glad to share us your comments.
Yeah. If you still remember, we talked the other day, anyway, people who were not here, we talked about the past, the present perfect. I think the present perfect is a bit hard in the part that it involves past participle, or the past participle of verbs. It includes verb to be plus the past participle, so we should know what the past participle is. Of course, you know that verbs in English can be conjugated in the past simple. So we have the past simple and we have the past participle. The past simple of verbs are, like, for example, when we talk about the past simple, we talk about we have two kinds of verbs. You just keep this in mind, that we have two kinds of verbs. We have regular verbs, and irregular verbs, irregular verbs. And we don't have a problem with these here. Regular verbs are verbs that take ed in the past. And if you still remember, we saw them when we talked about the past simple. We saw the difference between regular verbs and irregular verbs. The majority of verbs in English are regular verbs, these here, and they take ed in the past. Example, verb play, for example, play. If you're talking about yesterday, you say I played tennis, for example, yesterday. I played tennis yesterday, and you add an ed here, ed, and play is a regular verb. We don't have a problem with these verbs. They are the majority of verbs in English, and we have no problem with them. But here, irregular verbs, they are the problem that students have with the present perfect. Lies here with irregular verbs. Irregular verbs are verbs that don't take ed. Irregular verbs are verbs that change form. For example, verb to be.
Yes.
Verb to be in the present simple is am, is, and are. This is the present simple. The past simple of verb to be becomes was and were. So as you can see here, it does not take ed in the past. Yes, and here we're going to move to the past participle, which is, and of course here Mr. Majid is going to tell you a bit about the past participle and the uses of the past participle, which is we call it. It's like here, we can give them numbers. The present simple or the infinitive of the base form. The base form of the verb. We can give it number 1. Like, for example, be. And the past simple of verb to be, which is was and were, we can give it number 2. And then we move to the third, which is the past participle here. Mr. Majid is going to tell us about the past participle a little and the usage.
Oh yeah. At first, I'm going to read some comments from you right now. So here we have Hassan. Good to see you here. Ayub, welcome. Her. When we can use perfect tenses, we're going to say it right now. Fatma. Hello, Fatma. Good evening, our dearest teachers. All the best for you both. Thank you so much, Rida.
Thank you.
Thank you, Tamlong. How are you? Yinko. Anazar, hello teachers, good evening to you
Good
too.
evening to you.
Muhammad,
Julie, hello.
Jolie, hello Jolie. Thanks for sharing this lesson. Do you have a YouTube channel? Yes, we have a YouTube channel. I'm going to give you the link. The name of the YouTube channel is Learn English with Megan and Ahmed. So just write down on YouTube, Learn English with Megan and Ahmed. I'm going to give you the description, or I'm going to give you the link for the YouTube channel after the live video. As Mr. Ahmed told you right now, we've been talking about, hello Nadia, we're going to talk about the third cognitions of the verbs, which is mainly the past participle. Here, as Mr. Ahmed told you, we have regular verbs and irregular verbs. The regular verbs, we're just going to add to the end of them, as Mr. Ahmed told you, we're going to just to add either D or ED or IED, and we've been discussing that the past symbol a lot in the previous videos. If you've missed that video, you have to go to the page on our Facebook or on the YouTube channel. As Mr. Ahmed told you, that we have two kinds of verbs. If we're talking about the tenses or cognitions, we just have the base. We have the regular and the irregular. The irregular, a lot of students are facing that problem. The problem lies on the irregular verbs because they do not know, or they need to be memorized. You really have to memorize them. Because you cannot say, for example, if you have a verb C, it is an irregular verb, so you have to say so, not seed. You don't say seeds, because nothing in English called seed. So the listener is going to be confused to you. So you really have to be familiar with the third participle or the past participle, the PP, in the third cognition of the verb. As Mr. Ahmed divided you the verbs here on the board in front of you, we have the first cognition, which is the base form, the word, as you see in the dictionary. This is the base form, which is, for example, here we have the verb be, or we have the verb go. Be and go, they are irregular verbs. So be in the past symbol, we don't say beat or bent, because it's going to be another different word if we just add D to the end of the word. So we're going to change it to was or were in the past. Yeah, or was or were in the past. And go, you cannot say goat, and nothing called goat in English, okay, but we say went. For example, I went to school yesterday. You can say so, but talking about the third cognition of the verb, which we use a lot, or which is one of the formation of the present perfect simple or any perfect tenses, you have to use the PP of the verb. Here, yeah,
We're only focusing on this here.
yeah, we're going to focus on the perfect. Like for example, go is going to be went, is going to be gone. So it's going to be in the third cognition is going to be gone. And be is going to be been or been. You can say any one of them, been or been. And go is going to be gone. The irregular verbs are not many. You have to memorize them. There are about 200, as Mr. Ahmed is pointing to you here, about 200 verbs. You have to memorize them. If you took them just 50 by 50 or 20 by 20, of course in a short time you're going to be able to do that.
Yeah.
So here, I think we've missed a lot of comments. Mr. Can you read them?
Yeah, we have, yes. We
Yeah.
said hi, good evening, dear teachers. Muhammad, good evening. really wonderful idea you're doing as service.
Yeah,
that's
we're
our
so
pleasure.
happy. We're so happy to do this.
Well, hi, thanks for your class.
Thank you.
We thank you. Hi, this video is so helpful. We hope so, yes.
Yep. Rida, I have finished the box match with my serve. Why?
Very good, yes. Okay, so you give us really funny examples.
Yeah. I'm really glad that you're still alive right now. Yeah. I've seen him after I finished prayer.
Very good, yes.
That's a very good example.
Yeah.
You have a very good accent. Thank you so much. Nelly Furia. Okay. So we're going to continue talking about the cognitions of the verbs, or mainly we're going to concentrate on the past participle, which is we're going to use it in the perfect, which we're going to use it in the form or in the formation of the present perfect. Yes.
And as we said, that the past perfect can be used to make the passive in English, or to make the perfect. Is the perfect here?
Yeah.
We mean the present perfect, or the past perfect, or the other aspects of the perfect. Here we only care about the present perfect,
Yes.
and we're not here to talk about the passive, so we want just to erase it. Of course, we said that there are some irregular verbs, or they are limited. We have to, and you have to remember them.
Oh yeah.
You have to remember them. So we're just going to give you some examples. While we're focusing here on irregular verbs, because as we said, a lot of students who have problems with the present perfect, or with forming the perfect, or with the passive voice here, have problems with irregular verbs. The regular verbs, as we said, we don't have a big problem with them. You just add ed. So we're going to give you examples of, we're going to give you verbs, and we would like you to tell us what is, or what the past participle of these verbs is. For example, let's say verb write.
Yeah, so please, right now, we need you to be active with us, because this class depends on you, and only you, by the way.
The base form.
Yes. So,
let's take, for example, verb write. Now, we'll give you the past simple, and we will ask you to give us the past participle.
yes.
The past simple of verb write is
Wrote.
yes.
Yes, so it's going to be
here. I'll do something. I'll write it here. Irregular verbs. I'm going to write it here. Write them here. Okay. Here. The past. Let's say verb write. The past of verb write is wrote. Can you give us the past participle of verb write?
And also about drive. Yeah, we're going to give you about four verbs, and you're going to give us the third participle, or the third cognition of them, the past participle of them. So, write is going to be wrote and were.
Yes.
And also,
this is the past simple here.
yeah.
And if you can remember, we talked about the past simple. We said that we use it to talk about things that are finished. Like, for example, you say, I wrote a letter yesterday. Or, for example, you say write. We said we use write to talk about the things that we do, like as habit or something. Like, for example, when you say, I write a letter to my friend every Friday or every Sunday or something.
Yes.
Here, the past participle, as you can see here, we use them both as main verbs, so they don't come with other verbs. We don't say, for example, I am right, or I have right, or I am wrote, or I have wrote, or something. They come on their own.
Yeah.
Unlike the past participle, it needs a verb, another verb.
Yeah.
What is the excellent Julie? Yes.
Written, yeah, Julie is going to be write, wrote, written.
Very good.
So now we can use the third cognition of the verb write, which is written, in the form of the present perfect simple. And we're just going to add have or has to it, as we're going to tell you later.
Yes.
So this is so important. Also, we can give you another verb, which is like drive.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what is
the same?
the same form?
Almost the same. It's like write.
Yeah.
So they have some verbs that you have to remember. Drive. What is the past? Okay, we'll give the past simple as we said we're going to do.
So drive is going to be drove.
Mhm.
For example, I say that every day I drive my car to work.
Yeah.
Or if I'm gonna talk about the past simple, I'm gonna say that I drove to London last year. You can say that.
Yep.
But if you want to express about an experience by using the present perfect simple, you really have to use the third cognition of it, the past participle of the verb drive. So can you tell us what is the past participle of the verb drive here?
Yeah.
Where are you from, teachers? Well, I'm from Egypt, and Mr. Ahmed is from Morocco. And we're so happy and glad that you're watching. And we're so happy and glad that you're commenting with us. So would you please tell us the third cognition of the verb drive? It's the same form of right. It is the same.
As you can see here.
Here we have wrote, we have drove, so written, and have you written this petition to court about crime?
Yeah.
All right.
It's a good example. Now can you give us, Rida, the others, can you please think of give us the past participle of verb drive.
Drive.
Certain verbs, like for example, drive, drove, write, wrote.
Yeah. So it is going to be.
It's like verb.
Yeah, it's going to be driven.
Driven, yes.
Driven. Yeah. And also we would like to give you others like go, for example.
Rida is from Egypt.
I'm from Egypt too. I work as a high appeal court lawyer. Oh, that's nice to meet. Nice to see you here, Rida.
Yes.
You're welcome. So go is going to be. We told you before.
Yeah, we talked about the past, and we talked about it when we talked about the past simple the other day. If you still remember, the past simple of it is went. And the past participle is going to be what? What is the past participle?
What is the question? The question is again, I need you to give me the past participle form of that verb.
Yes.
Go is going to be went, and in the third cognition of that is what? Because we're going to use it in our lesson today, which is mainly talking about the present perfect simple.
Yes.
So, what is the past participle?
We said that we're going to give them numbers.
Yeah.
So this is number one.
This is number one.
This is one.
The first cognition.
This is two.
Two, the third,
And
second, and the third.
This is the past participle, and it's number three.
Yeah.
Now we have one and two. Can you?
Gone. Yeah. We had it. Yeah, good evening, Mr. Mega. Good evening, Heba.
Yes.
How are you?
Yeah.
How are you?
Yes.
You lot.
Should have gone.
Yeah.
Very good. Yes. I would say.
Okay. Let us give us another. Like for example, tear. You have a verb like tear, or see. Let us use see.
See.
Yeah.
The past simple of see is we saw it before.
Yeah.
It's saw.
So. And it's going to be
saw and
yeah.
the past participle is
Faizan or go, gone. Yeah, very good. So what about see? See is going to be so. I saw you yesterday. You can say that in the past simple. Hi sir, how are you? I want to improve my English. Okay, we're helping you here.
We're working on that.
We're doing this. So seen, yeah, perfect. See, seen, good. Thank you.
Very good.
Yeah, thank you. So it's going to be seen. Very good.
Now,
all right.
I think that's it here. These are all the. We have, of course, we have other verbs. You can give us. If you know other irregular verbs. If you can give us like the past and the past participle, you can write them down. And we will only use these. Okay, we will use these to just show you how we make the the present perfect, or the form of the present perfect. So but we use them here. So okay, okay, let's sum it up. So the present perfect, of course, you need to know that there is a difference between the past simple and the past participle. The past simple, we use the verb as a main verb, and we use it to talk about something that is finished, something that we're done with. For example, I wrote, I drove, or I went, or I saw.
Yes.
And the past participle does not go alone. It needs another verb to go with it, as a helping verb, as an auxiliary verb, like have here when we talk about the present perfect, or the present perfect, and we're going to write it here. Anyway, we're going to show you now, and we said that we have regular verbs, we don't have a problem with them. We have like verb play, for example, we just add ed, and we have irregular verbs, and they are a little problematic. So, you need to memorize them, to remember them. It doesn't matter how. It doesn't matter the way you remember them. Some people remember them by memorizing them, like taking a list, like the list that you see here, for example, a list, and trying to remember them. And some people remember them just like that, through reading something, through writing, or whatever.
Yes.
Yes. So you have to remember these, because they don't have a rule. They need to be remembered. And the same thing for the past participle. Anyway, we're going to use these to give the form of the present perfect, and Mr. Majid is going to give you the form, and then we're going to move to the uses.
All right.
Can we raise these? No,
yeah,
we don't need these. We're not talking about the past simple, of course. We're not going to need it here. Okay, yes. So we're going to use, as we said, the only form that we use to make the present perfect is the past participle. So we're going to leave these out, and use the form, the verb. Yes. So,
okay.
Yeah, you can tell me the form.
Yeah, I've seen many examples, and also here we have given. That's good. Sajid, Stali, welcome. Present perfect is an action happened in the past and still in the present and short. Okay, we're gonna talk about very good. That's excellent. We're gonna talk about the usages of the present perfect right now.
She gave an example.
Good. I've visited Dubai twice. Perfect. Excellent. Hello, boss. Hello, Star. Good to see you here.
It's okay. We're talking about the same thing. He was present. You were present the other day. We're talking about the present perfect.
Yes. Yeah. So present perfect, subject plus have or has plus PP. That's excellent. So Faiza she gave us already the form of the present perfect. That's very good. Yeah. So we're going to write it. So here we go into the formation of the present perfect simple. Is as Faiza told us right now, we're going to use the subject plus either have or has plus the PP, and the PP is for the past participle tense, or the past participle verb form of the verb, just like the third cognition of it.
Yes.
So and have or has, they differ according the subject, of course. For example, with I or you, we, they, plural nouns, we're going to use have. For example, I'm going to say I have, or you have, we have, they have, and so and so. But with the third persons like he or she or it, we're going to use has. So it's going to be, for example, I have watched the movie before. I've watched that movie before, or you can say that I have seen. I've seen that film before. You can say so.
Yeah, we'll give two examples. Yeah. One with a regular verb and another with an irregular verb. We're going to use the verb, the example that Faiza gave us, which is I visited. I have visited.
Yeah, visit is going to be visited. And this is a regular verb.
Yeah.
So we're going just to add ed to it. And the regular verbs are not difficult. You're just going to add d or ed or ied, as we explained before. So I can say that I have visited Dubai. That's it. But yeah, an example for an irregular verb, just like been, for example, or whatever. Yeah, I've seen.
I'm going to use the same example because I love pandas.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
I've seen
a panda before, and this not me for not. It didn't happen for real for me.
Yes.
Yeah. Maybe Mr. Ahmed has seen it one day.
Imaginary, no.
Yeah. So I have seen a panda. So you can use have plus pp of the verb see. So see, so seen. So I've seen a panda.
Yep.
But with he or she, you're actually going to use has. For example, he has fixed the camera, for example. Or you can say that he has been to London. Yeah, I've never been to London. Thank you so much, Faiza. That's very good.
Very good, that's a negative.
Yeah, that is a negative form of it. I have, you have, he, she, it has, we have, they have. Yeah, excellent. That's very good.
We just want them to remember something.
Uh-huh.
Now, if you are making the present perfect, remember, you don't say I have read or I have wrote. Use this here. The past participle. You say I have written. You don't say I have drive, I have drove. Say I have driven.
Yep.
And the same thing goes with these examples here. You don't say I have visit or I have. This is a regular verb, so the form is in the past simple and the past participle is the same.
Yes.
I have visited, but don't say I have visited. Same thing goes here.
Yes.
So just remember this. Remember that with the present perfect we use have, has. It's easy with the plus the past participle, which is here.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so this is just in brief the formation of the present perfect simple. Okay, we just use the subject plus have or has, and the PP, the past participle of the verb. And right now we're moving to talk about the usages of the uses of the present perfect simple. Okay, I just want to write
here. Anyway. We're going to write examples and the examples, but now I think that you've got this here.
Okay.
The rule is simple. Yes. We're just going to erase.
Yes. Oh.
Everything.
Yes.
Okay. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
I've sent an email, or I've sent a mail. Okay, good. Hello, teachers. Hello, Abasides. You're late. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not sure when I should use it. Okay. Right now, just follow us, and you're going to be familiar with it. You're going to know how and when do you use it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So right now, I'm going to draw you the timeline which shows us how do we use or when do we use it and what do we use it for. So here, imagine that that's the timeline. Of course, we're going to talk about the past here. So if we an action you can use the present perfect simple, okay, to express something that happened and ended a short time ago or is still happening right now. For example, it's an action started in the past here, that point. For example, we are maybe it happened 2016 or 17, so it is an action in the past, all right, and it is still happening till now. So the action is continuous, or the action is still true, still in the present. So I can say, for example, I can say that I have moved to London or to Kuwait or to whatever. I've moved to London since 2017.
Yes.
So I can say so. So an action started in the past, okay, and it's still happening. It is still true right now. It is still happening. And also you can use to express an action that happened and ended in the past, but just like a short time ago. A short time ago. Like for example, I've cleaned the car, as the example that we used before in the previous videos. I've cleaned the flat, an action that happened, okay, and we still have its effect. For example, I've washed the car is clean right now. Have I cleaned that? Have I finished? Yeah, the action is finished, but what's the effect of that? The car is clean. For example, either you use it to express an action that happened and ended just a moment ago. Right now, the action has just finished. It is finished action. So for example, you can say that I've just washed the car.
Yes.
I've just washed the car. So the car is clean right now. An action just finished right now. For example, I've just eaten, tanager, thank you. That's a very good example. A recent event, that just happened right now. And okay, tell you what, also another usage, will you like say something?
Yeah, I just want to say something here so that we don't pass it like, here I have moved to London since 2017. This action is something that happened in the past, like I moved in 2017, I'm still there. So I say I have moved to London since 2017, or I can use for. Just remember, in this use here, we use since,
for,
and for. And the difference between them is that since, for is a period of time. Something, it's a duration. For example, say I've moved to London, or let's use another verb here. For example, I have lived in London. I've lived in London. You can say since 2017, or you can say for 5, or for 1 year. So for 1 year, and 1 year, of course, is not a point in time. It is a duration. It is a duration of time. So we use for with the duration of time, and we use since with a point in the past, like since 2017. So this is the only thing I'm going to say here. I've just washed the car. This is a recent event, or recent action, something that has just happened.
I've lent him some money. I hope that he brought the money back to you again. Thank you. Good. She has just done the dishes.
Good. Yes. Now you can give us examples for both.
I've known Layla for 2 years.
Excellent.
That's an excellent example. Nice. Okay. So about the usages, also you can use the present perfect simple to express about an experience that you had. Like for example, last video, I've said that before. If you have a bag, imagine that you have a bag and you're putting in each and everything that happened to you in your whole life. For example, I've been to Canada, or I've watched a certain movie, or I've ridden a horse before. So all of these are experiences. They are experiences in your bag. So the present simple, we tend to use them to express or to say what is or isn't in this bag. So for example, I can, without concerning the time, by the way, we don't concentrate on the time. I'm just saying that I had that experience in the past. That's it. For example, I can say that I've ridden a horse. That's an experience that I had. Or I've seen a panda, or something like that. Here we have I've lived. Yeah, I've lived. Lived. Okay, I've lived in London for 1 year. That's good, I would say.
Yes.
Yeah, in the past week. Yeah, okay. All right.
Yes. Now here I have to mention another use, I think. Now we mentioned three. We have mentioned three uses that talk about something that started in the past and still continues in the present.
Yes.
So, for example, I have lived in Kuwait for 3 or 4 years.
Yes.
To talk about something that has just happened. For example, I've just met an old friend. It means that this has just happened just a little time or a few moments ago or whatever. Here, the third use is to talk about our life experiences. Maybe we're going to focus on this here.
Yeah.
I've seen a panda, I've been to a lot of countries, I've met a lot of people from different cultures. These are life experiences. Use the present perfect, the payee.
Yeah.
The fourth use that I'm going to talk about here is to talk about something that use unfinished time or unfinished time words.
Yeah.
Time words like what? For example, today. Is today finished or not?
I think not.
It is not finished yet. So for example, I have mainly we use it with the present for example, I have done my homework today.
Yeah.
I have done my homework. I've done my homework today.
Yes.
This is something because today isn't finished yet. And we have other time words, like for example, if you say this week, and we can use it in the negative, like you can if you meet your friend and say, or you call him and you say, I haven't seen you
for ages.
or I haven't seen you this week.
Yeah.
I haven't seen you this week. Or you can say this year or anything that is not a time word that isn't finished.
Yes. Let me hear. We have. How about I have eat my dinner? Do I have eat my dinner for 5? No, you should say that. Yes, Ayub say I have eaten my dinner for hours. We don't use a go with the present perfect simple, and we're going to explain it right now.
Yes.
But after saying the uses of it.
Okay.
He has learned English since he was a child. Yeah, that's a very good example, Faisal. I've heard the story. That's an excellent start.
Yes.
Okay. Maybe I'm going to say another. Yeah.
Just for the girls.
Yeah. Fun. Yeah. Eaten.
We said that we have 3.
Yes.
Remember these 3 forms here. We have the present, the base form, and the past simple, that is ate, and the past participle. This is what we use. This is what we use to make the present perfect. Remember, have, has, and the past participle here.
Yeah, good. That's good. And we've also another usage of the present perfect simple, and we can use it to express or to explain something that's happening right now. For example, she's sad. Because maybe I'm gonna say that she's sad because she has lost her money. For example, she has lost her money. So we can use also the present perfect simple to explain about something which is happening right now. Or a case, for example, I've seen my friend, and my friend is not playing football while his friends they are playing right now.
Yes.
So I can say that I can use the present simple and say that he isn't playing because he has broken his leg. I can say that he is not playing because he has broken. Be sure that you're going to use the third condition of the verb break, broke, broken. So he has broken his leg. Yes. So this is a usage for another usage for the present perfect simple.
Here. I just want to make sure that you have jotted down everything we said. You've just got it, like you got it. Everything we said. We've mentioned so far. We've mentioned 4 uses.
Yes.
The first one is something that an action, something that started in the past and continues to the present. I would say, for example, I have lived in Kuwait for 5 years, and we use with this use here. We use the words for and since here. Remember, something that started in the past and continues in the present. The second use is something that has just happened, something, an action that is recent. For example, I've just seen an old friend, as I said before. And here, the third use is life experiences. This is what we're going to focus on. Things that he did in the past, and the time is unidentified.
Yeah.
Remember this. Remember this. We should here point at something. It's important here. You never say I have seen a panda last year.
Yeah.
Don't say this. This is wrong. You don't say I've seen a panda last year. The time is unidentified. It's unidentified time. You don't say last year, in 2017. You never use any time expressions with the present perfect.
Yeah, you can keep that because just keep it. Last year. If you allow me, Mr. Ahmed, here, as Mr. Ahmed told you, here, if you want to write down, if you want to use last year, so you have to use the past simple to express about that sentence. But what if I said the last year? Can I say I've seen a panda the last year? So maybe I'm going to write down these examples here. Yeah, I have a sentence. For example, I can say that I have seen a panda last year. And what's the difference between I cannot say here, of course, I cannot say have seen, but I can say that the last year, can say that the last year.
Yeah.
Here, but I say what do I say? I saw a panda last year. So here the difference, we have the last year and last year. So what's the difference between the last year?
Yes.
Mr. Ahmed, I told you right now, in using the present perfect simple, we don't concentrate on the time. We don't identify the time. So here, for example, in front of you, here I have seen a panda the last year. Then here it means that during the last year, mean that 365 days ago from now. So this is not, it is not a definite time. It is not a definite time. Starting from away from 365 days ago till now, this is indefinite time. I do not know which day or what month or what week and so on. So, but here it is last year, so it is a definite time. Well, I just identify that. So here that's why we're using the past symbol, and here we're using have seen the present perfect simple. Because here we don't have a definite time, then last year not definite time, and so using the past symbol because we have a definite time. So that's the difference between them.
Very good. Here we have yes. I'm tired. I've just finished studying. Excellent. Perfect example here.
The action.
I have learned about this lesson.
Yes.
Very good. Yes. We don't mention the time. Very good, yes.
Yeah, excellent. Yes. I saw a panda last year. That's very good. That's excellent. That's what we've been saying.
A panda last year. Anyway, just for you not to be confused, if a lot of people who watch American films, they hear people saying, for example, I have seen him yesterday. Remember this. Just bear in mind that Americans use the past simple and the present perfect interchangeably. And sometimes a lot of them use the present perfect and they mean the past simple. Yes. We're not going to confuse you with these things anyway. This is what we have to focus on. Yeah. Anyway, never use the time expressions, past time expressions with the present perfect.
Yes.
The time is unidentified. The fourth use that we said is unfinished time words. Like for example, today is not finished yet, so we can say I have done my homework. Yes. So I'm going to erase them
Yes.
Yes, very good. I'm going to erase them. Then we're going to give the fifth that you have just mentioned, which is something that has a present result.
Yeah.
For example, I can't play the match because
I've
broken my leg. That is the fifth use. This is the fifth use. We're going to focus only on this one here. That was here. But anyway, we're going to give you all most of the uses. The fifth use is to talk about.
Here we don't use the time marker and the present perfect. We use the time marker only in the past simple. Yeah, that's right. That's very good.
Yes.
She has ridden her bike. Yes, that's very good.
Yes.
Excellent stuff.
Yeah. For example, can you give me the example again of the present?
For example, he.
Okay.
He.
Use he.
Yeah. He has broken his leg. Yeah.
He has broken his leg means that he can't sew.
So that's why he can't
So he
play.
can't.
So he can play
He can't play
football.
football.
Yeah.
Hello. That's very good. Yes. So this is a result of this.
Yes.
Something that happened, of course, but we use the present perfect because it has a present result,
Yes.
which is this here. He can't play football in the present. He has broken his leg.
Yes.
Even if this happened a long time ago, but it has a present result. So we use the present perfect. Anyway, I think we should go back to the
Yes.
to the form.
Yeah.
Now we said that we're going to focus on this one here. Because if you see the heading of the video, we have you ever? So we're going to talk about
Experiences, life experiences. Here we have Ayub says that thank you so much guys for dedicating your time for teaching us. Oh yeah, thank you so much. We are so happy and we're so pleased to do so. We just need you to participate with us because that's how we like to teach you. We just want to help you learning English or improving yourself in English. We just need you to be active with us. Yeah. Thank you. His legs had been broken by you talking about the passive voice, which we're not discussing that right now.
Yes.
I've visited London. I visited London last year.
Excellent.
Yeah, excellent. Thank you. Thank you, Faiza.
Very good, yes.
Good.
Now,
So here, talking about the life experiences again, so I can see that we have...
Yes, just remember,
Yeah.
just for them to remember that we use have.
Have you ever?
Has. Yes.
Yeah.
And, no, just for the present perfect, to make the form, the positive form, we use I have.
Yes.
Let's give an example. Give me an example.
I have ridden a horse, you can say that, or I have climbed a mountain.
Yes.
I've seen a ghost. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
yes, I've ridden a horse.
I've ridden a horse.
I've ridden a horse.
Yeah. Or
this is an irregular verb. We're going to give an example of that.
Negative?
Irregular verb. An irregular verb. I have.
So for example, you can say that I have played tennis.
Yeah, I have visited.
I have visited
I have visited a lot of.
Paris. You can say that.
Oh, very good. I have visited
Paris.
Paris. Yeah. I visited Paris.
Yeah.
And yes, and of course now we're going to give examples with go
Yes.
and being, just to show them the difference between saying I've been and I've gone.
Yeah, of course.
I've
Yeah, so
been-
I can say that I've been to Paris.
I've been to Paris.
Yeah, I've been to Paris.
Let's say my mother, my father,
Yes, my
my mother
mother has
has
been
been
to Paris.
Paris.
All right.
Okay.
And I can say that my mother has gone to Paris. So right now we're about to know the differences between has been and has gone,
Yeah.
because they differ a lot. They differ a lot.
What's the difference between? Yes. Yeah.
I've seen something that remains okay. I would say, sir, sorry for what? Nothing to be sorry about. Yeah, it's okay, no problem. We need to concentrate on the topic for today. It is okay, no problem.
So we have an excellent example by Star. If you can just scroll it and scrolling down.
Yeah,
I've fallen in love.
Really?
With English.
Yeah.
So I learn it every day. Excellent.
Yeah, that's good. Yes. And you know what? That's the important thing that you really have to have. You have to have the passion for learning, or you have to love it, so it's going to be easy for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, what does he say?
I'll do whatever it takes to enhance my English.
Very good. Yes.
Yeah, that's a very good decision. I congratulate you on this decision, because it's maybe, and of course English changes the lives nowadays.
Yes.
It does. Yeah. So back again here, we're gonna talk about the differences between has been and has done, because they differ a lot. Yes.
Yeah, my mother here. Say my mother has been to Paris. There's a slight difference. We hope that you can share. You can tell us what you think.
So what do you think about it? What does it mean, that first sentence here? My mother has been to Paris. My mother has been to Paris. So what do you think? What do you think? What does it mean? Where is she right now? Just to make it easy for you. Where is she right now? Just you can answer.
Yes.
Yeah, you've answered already.
Yes, I've answered, but you can
hide
us
it.
what you think.
Yeah, I can hide it.
It's to not show it here.
Yes, so tell us what do you think. Tell us what do you think, because Mr. Ahmed is writing them on the board that I do not need you, or I do not want you to see them.
Okay, yes.
Yeah, so what do you think the difference between I have been, or he has been, or she has been, and has gone?
Yeah.
Where is he or she right now? Where is she? Where is my mother? Where is she right now?
The first one, there's a difference. The difference is there's a difference in meaning between the first one and the second one.
You just try to think about it.
Because it's a bit confusing. Sometimes you say, I go to Paris every year. For example, I say, I went to Paris last year. But if you want to tell us about your life experiences, you don't say, I have gone to Paris. You probably should say,
I have been.
I've been to Paris.
I've been to Paris, which means that you are here or in Paris.
Yeah.
Which one? Where are you right now? So if you're saying that I've been to Paris, I have been to Paris. So where are you?
Yeah.
Are you still in Paris, or you just came back? Where are you right now? I think we're gonna say it.
Have to reveal it.
Yeah, we have she's back. My mother has been to Paris. She's back. She came back again. Now she's in another country. She's not in Paris. She's in another town. She's in another city, another place rather than Paris here. So, but if I'm saying my mother has gone to Paris, it means that she's still there. She's still living there or staying there. She's not in front of me right now. Where do I live or I stay?
So basically here we have two uses of the present perfect. Here the first one we talked about. That means the fourth use, which is a life experience.
Mm-hmm.
She has been to Paris means that this has happened in the past. We only don't mention the time. But here my mother has gone to Paris. This is the first use that, if you remember, was here to talk about something that started in the past
and still happening
in the present.
Yes.
She's still there.
So far you cannot. So you cannot tell a friend in front of you right now and tell him that I've gone to Paris, and you are in Egypt, for example, or you are in Morocco. So because it is not unless if you are a ghost or something like that. So you have to use I have been to. I've been to Paris, I've been to London, and you are in another different country. Because been differs a lot from gone, because been means that you went back home, you came back, but gone means that you are still there. You're just still there. It's an ongoing action, in which we're using the present perfect simple to express about it.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, very good. Yes, now here I've written a horse. We can give you verbs here, regular verbs and irregular verbs. We're going to show you the difference. We're going to write some regular verbs here, regular verbs, and some irregular verbs. And we'd like you to share with us your life experiences.
Maybe here.
We can give you some. We can give you yes. We can give you cards, but most of these verbs are irregular. Yes.
Yeah.
Can you show me this one?
So here we have a verb. We'd like you to use it. We'd like you to use that verb. See a tornado.
Yeah.
See a tornado. So you can use that sentence using the present perfect simple. See a tornado. And see is an irregular verb. So let me see how you're going to use the present perfect simple to express about that experience.
Yeah, I'm going to.
Whether you have a, oh, you didn't have a. So you can use it in the positive form or in the negative form. It is okay.
I'm helping you here.
Oh God, I've got a lot of them. Yeah.
Okay, let me read some.
Yeah. Just okay. Start from here.
I've been to Pakistan, but I'm living in Saudi Arabia right now.
Perfect.
Okay.
Yeah.
Phrase has gone means that someone has gone somewhere. Excellent. Yes.
Excellent. Good. Faiza.
Means she went there and came back. Yes. Excellent. Ayub. She's home now. She went to Paris and came back. Excellent. Yes.
Excellent.
Phrase has been. It's the same thing. You said it here. Very good. Yes. She's not. She's not there right now. Very good. Yes, that's Abu Sudais. Star. She's not in Paris now. Excellent.
Yes, excellent.
It's gone.
Yeah. It's gonna mean that's not here for the time being. Yes.
Very good.
She went to Paris and she returned back. Yes, excellent. She's been to London, but she's not there right now. Of course, yeah. Good.
Yes.
Have you ever seen a tornado? Yeah, excellent. Very good start. You're so excellent student, by the way. That's very good of you.
Very good, yes.
Yeah. So have you ever seen a tornado? So you have formed a question using the present perfect, and also have answered it using the present perfect simple. I've seen a tornado. Excellent.
So we're going to write your friends here, just as a guide for them. Positive.
Yep.
We're going to write the example that Star gave us.
Yeah.
I've seen a tornado.
I've seen a tornado. I've never seen or witnessed a tornado before. Excellent to you. Excellent. That's very good.
Very good. Yes, here.
Yeah.
I have seen a tornado. You can just make it short. You can say I've seen a tornado. I've seen a tornado. I've seen a tornado. Okay. The negative here. The negative, of course, you're going to use either. Not.
Yeah, or never.
I haven't seen a tornado before. Very good, yes. Or I have never.
Yes.
You say not or never.
Yes.
Yes. Example here. I have not. I have not seen a tornado. Or you can use
or
I have never. And we mostly use never.
Yes.
I've never seen a tornado before. And very good. The Star gave us the question with.
So it's not going to be a problem.
Going to give us the yes. Anyway, we're just going to try to make it clear, to make it visible to you. It begins. The question begins. Always, whenever you have a helping verb, your question always should start with the helping verb. So you're going to start with have. You see.
Yeah, you said my question.
Yeah, very good. Yes.
Yeah, so
and the question here we use remember. We use never in the negative. This is the negative form.
Yes.
So can you write it down? It's the magic. Negative.
Negative.
Yes. Yes. This is the negative form. We use never.
Yes.
And in the question form we use ever. Ever. Like have you?
Have you ever seen that?
Seen?
Yeah. Have you ever
a tornado?
Seen a tornado before? Have you ever seen anything? Yeah. Have you ever seen a tornado? I have never seen a tornado before. Yeah.
Yes. So ever and never come between the have and the past participle of the verb.
We use the questions.
Of course, here you have the answer. You should say yes
or no.
Yes.
Yes, I have.
I have.
Or no, I haven't. Yeah, I hope you can see that question.
Yeah. I think it is clear. Yes.
Yeah, alright. Anyway.
Yes.
So right now I think we're going to give you examples and just we need you to form a sentence using the present perfect simple.
Yeah, give us the three forms.
Yeah.
The positive, the negative. And
I
the
think most of you have lose some money. Have you gone through that experience before? Awesome, thank you so much. So here we need you to form a question and an answer. Lose some money.
I'm going to help you again.
Yeah.
Lose. Lose an irregular verb. The past of it is this, and the past participle is. Okay.
Yeah, here I think we have a question from Nana. Have you ever seen a hurricane? That's a very good example. Yeah, thank you. And if I'm gonna answer, I'm gonna say yes, I have, or no, I've never seen it before. Thank you so much, Nana. Good.
Yes. Now give us an example. Give us an example.
Give an example.
Lose money.
Yeah. Now lose money.
Give us a positive sentence, a negative one, and a question.
Yeah. Here, lose money. Of course, you've gone through that experience before.
Ah, yes.
Have you, Mr. Ahmed?
I have never found money. I've lost money.
Yeah. I've lost some money.
Very good year.
Yeah, here we have examples. I've lost some money. I've never lost some money. Have I ever lost some money? Then that's very good. Excellent.
You can ask yes. You can say have I, have you, have I.
Yeah. Have you ever lost some money? Good. I've just lost, not lose. Lose, as Mr. Ahmed showed you in the board here. We have we have this is an irregular verb, so you're going to be lost. Yes. I've just lost my money. Amir, I'm so sorry to listen or to know that. I hope you find them.
I lost some money. That's very good. Yes. Yeah. That is something that happened recently. Now we're talking about our life experiences. Yes. The time does not matter.
Yes. So we're going to show you another different one.
Okay, give him another one here. Okay, this one is a good one. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Here we have another
example. Start.
Yeah, I've lost some money. I've never lost some money. Have you ever lost some money? Excellent. Thank you so much.
Yes.
She has lost a lot of money gambling. Oh, gambling. Of course, you have to lose because you're just gambling.
Ah, yes.
All right.
Some people win.
Yeah. So here we're going to give you another one, which is sleep in a tent. Sleep in a tent. Yeah. So we need you to use that too in the present perfect simple, as we show you here are examples for positive, negative, and also the question forms. So sleep in a tent.
I'm going to help you again.
Again.
I love helping people here.
This is an offer.
This is
an offer for helping. Yeah. Today is a lucky day because Mr. Ahmed has decided to help you a lot today.
Yes. Anyway, sleep is an irregular verb.
Oh my God, yeah. Sleep is an irregular verb, so you're going to get the third condition of verbs is going to be slept. Sleep, slept, slept. Please read it before I can see.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Where is it again? Which one?
You sleep.
Anyway, in a tent.
Write it on the board.
Yeah, it is sleep in a tent.
Okay, sleep.
Yeah, I get it.
In a tent.
Sleep in a tent. It is here. Sleep in a tent. Excellent. Here. I've never had any money. Oh my God. Yeah, I've never had any money. Again, she's repeated it again.
That's quite sad. It has to be repeated many times.
I haven't slept in a tent. I have slept in a tent. Have I slept in a tent? Thank you so much. And by the way, you can complete it and you say that have I ever, which you can use ever as a keyword for the present perfect simple in a question. Yeah, I haven't slept in a tent.
Very good. Yes.
Yeah, I have never slept in a tent. Thank you so much. Excellent stuff. I haven't slept in a tent. Thank you so much. I was today's.
Very good.
Yeah, thank you. Excellent. That's very good. Carol, me, Una. Which one? We have a lot. Actually, we have a lot of it. Oh my god.
Okay, let's see this verb here. I've slept in a tent. I've never slept in a tent. Very good. Yeah. Tent.
Tent. T-A-N-T. Yeah, T-A-N-T.
Very good, yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, so here I've got another one for you. Win a race.
Win, yes.
When Mr. Ahmed is going to help you again, but I'm going to hide it for a moment. So when
just to make it easy now.
Yeah, just
but you
it
have to
is.
remember these.
Yeah.
You have to remember them.
So here we have when, one. It is an irregular verb. So yeah, I've used it in some examples above. So I don't want you to get bored. Variety is required,
Very
gentlemen.
good, yes. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. All right.
School. Ayub, school.
She have to sleep in a tent. This sentence is not quite well.
We're not talking about.
Yeah, we're not talking about have to right now. Have to another different subject.
When we discuss
Yeah.
modal verbs, maybe.
I've won a race.
Excellent.
Yeah, that's excellent.
Very good.
I've won the race. Excellent. That was today's and Faiza too. Thank you. That's very good.
I think it is clear.
Yeah, I think we're moving to talk about something else.
I think we've covered everything.
Really?
I think we've covered everything so far.
Yeah,
All the most important points. I think.
Yeah. I think that we have still two
I
different
think it is
things.
clear for you.
Yeah. Let us check the keywords that we can use with the present perfect simple.
And
Yeah.
I think I do recommend that for the moment, for the time being here, they focus on these two here. Because we're talking
Alright.
about life experiences. You make a sentence with I have and the past participle. Use never to make the negative, and use ever
Yes.
to make
To
to,
make the
ask a
questions.
question.
Yes. Okay.
If you want to mention these, just like a
Yeah, just
like
in a quick view.
yes,
Just
to have
like
to
that.
give them an idea.
Yeah, she has
So-
never won a race. She won many races before.
Very good. Yes, she
That's
has
very
one.
good. Yeah. Has she ever won a race before?
Excellent. Yes.
Have I won the race? I have won
A race.
a race.
Very good. Yes. Rice.
A race.
They're always
Yes.
Very good. Yes. The school.
Yeah, that's excellent.
Very good. Yes.
Alright, no problem. So if you have any questions about, I'll be back within 10 minutes. Okay, episode, take your time. I think that we finished for
We
today.
are done for today.
Yeah, I've never spoken in English.
Before.
And why so? You're excellent, by the way. You can speak.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
I think that Star is an excellent student. You just
Yeah.
have to overcome you you don't be afraid of making mistakes. Talk, and if you have someone to talk to, just talk to your friends or to anyone you can afford talking to.
yeah, because you know a lot of this is something which is blocking a lot of students or a lot of people who wants to speak English as a second language. You're just afraid of speaking. They can write well, they can listen well, but they cannot speak well because they are afraid of parts of practicing that skill. And that skill, if you want to improve it, that you have to do it. You have to practice speaking because it is important. And if you kept afraid of that, afraid of doing mistakes, I mean, so you're never gonna be able to speak English in your whole life because you must do mistakes. From the mistakes, you're gonna learn a lot. It's all about speaking. The more you make mistakes, the better you become.
Very good.
But tell you what, the more you make mistakes and learn from them, you just don't count on making this many mistakes as possible as you can. But you have to learn from them as possible as you can, and not to repeat them again. That's what we aim. That's what we mean by making a mistake. Is a perfect way of learning, that you have to be careful again on the next time that you're saying that. I think that
that's what it means. Yeah.
yeah.
Very good. Yes, I think that's. I know the point here. Of course, you make mistakes. It is no problem.
Yes.
The problem is that being afraid of making mistakes, you will never learn.
Yes.
If you fear making mistakes, if you feel anxiety talking to others, you feel anxious, you feel nervous, it's all right. We all do. And if you feel afraid and you feel that you might be left out, we all have those feelings from time to time. Don't be, please. Just have confidence in yourselves and go for it.
Yeah, and remember that always, all the time, remember that you're learning a second language. This is not your language.
Yes.
Remember that you are acquiring, or you are just learning another thing.
Yes.
You're having a different culture. So you have really not to be afraid of doing mistakes at all.
That is something to be proud of. It's something to be praised for. Yeah, very good.
I've learned English, so I'll talk with you next time.
Sure.
Yeah, of course.
We'll be glad to.
Yes.
Anyway, well, one day maybe we'll have an open live video to talk to you.
Yep.
Yes. But I just want to mention something here. I'd like you, please, if you have any recommendations, if you want us to talk about anything, if you have problems with something that you need to know, or grammar rule, whatever, be it a grammar rule or anything that you want to know about English, speaking, writing, whatever, you just write it down in the comment section, and we probably are going to talk about it in the future.
Could I use I haven't? Yeah, of course you can use it, but followed by the third cognition of the verb. For example, I haven't been to Paris before. You can say that I haven't been.
Yes, that is the short
Or I haven't
form.
done the homework yet, or anything.
Yes.
I like to speak English, but I don't have practice. You really have to practice a lot. Practice makes perfect, remember. Looking forward to talking to you guys, maybe some other time. Yeah, of course.
Maybe in the future, as I told you, in the near future we might host a live video that we can talk together. We have an open conversation about whatever, and we'll give you a chance to speak.
Yeah, and participate with us.
Say whatever you want to say, yes.
Yeah, I'd like also to mention for our YouTube channel, because we've got a YouTube channel which is the name of that is Learn English with Megan and Ahmed. So you just search and get the channel, because it has all of our past videos. If you missed them, you can play them. We know that our videos takes a long time. But that you really have to be patient if you want to learn a new language. You're just learning the basics right now. They are the basics. Just if you follow these lessons, because they are planned lessons, they are we're just moving on according to a plan. We're just not jumping from a tense to another. And we hope that you get the most use of it.
Yes.
That would be amazing. Yeah, of course.
Yeah. And I think that's it for today.
Yeah.
We hope to see you.
We have to see you soon. We're going to see you
Saturday.
What today is what?
What is it? Saturday?
Oh yeah, it is Saturday.
So
we're gonna see you on Monday. We're gonna see you next Monday. So thanks for you watching, and I wish you spend a happy day or a happy night. Thank you so much.
And
what is
goodbye?
Yeah.
I like English. Excuse me, what is your table for the live video?
What's your table for live video?
Schedule.
Yeah. You can follow our page. We have a Learn English with Megan and Ahmed. This is the name of the page on Facebook, and this is the name of the channel on YouTube. Just Learn English with Ahmed and with Megan and Ahmed. You can say that, type that, on YouTube and also on Facebook. Yeah. We have a problem with make sentences. What should I do? Okay, maybe we're going to discuss your YouTube
just remember here
channel has begun. Yes. Yeah, has YouTube channel begun? Yeah. Okay, you're giving us examples, or you're just asking? Because alright, the answer is yes. Anyway.
Anyway, the schedule, the days we're going to be live on, they are mostly these 3 days: Saturdays, Mondays and Wednesdays, these 3 days we're going to
Yes.
shoot our live videos, and unless there's something that stops us from doing so,
And I
we
hope
hope
not.
we
I
hope
hope
that
not.
we're going to show all.
And remember the time, remember we're going to be live on these days as Mr. Ahmed told you, and exactly from 8 to 8:30. It is in Kuwait's local time, but it is according to Greenwich it's 5. Right? Yeah.
5:30.
5 or 5:30. You may be joining us.
Yes.
UK. All right. I think that's
Thank you.
enough for
Thank
today.
you, Jihad. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Goodbye.
See you next time.
See you
Bye-bye.
next